What's going down, y'all? Welcome back to the station. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Ray G here to break down Houston Texans rookie running back Dameon Pierce. And we're going to be looking at a series of plays from his Week 4 performance versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Words that I'm going to continue to use throughout this film breakdown: instinctive, decisive, no nonsense. That's Dameon Pierce. We saw it in a limited sample size during his collegiate career at Florida. And now that it seems like the Texans are turning over this backfield to Dameon Pierce, there are a couple of plays that happened on Sunday where I'm like, if this young man can continue to do these things, sky's the limit. He's a very, very talented running back. And we're going to look at a couple of plays that just kind of show and highlight what I like about this young man's game. So Dameon Pierce on the season, 60 rush attempts, 313 yards, 10th in carries, 10th in rushing yards. He's got 2 touchdowns, averaging 5.2 a carry. That's 12th in the NFL. He also has 10 receptions on the season. We want those running backs, especially for fantasy football, to be able to catch the ball. We know the Houston Texans are struggling offensively with their quarterback play, trying to find some playmakers, but I think they have a young star in Dameon Pierce. So without further ado, let's dive into the tape. No need to play around. Let's get into it right here. Now, on this play right here, what you're going to see, we're going to pause it right here because Dameon Pierce, one thing that I love, and as we watch these plays, watch his feet and watch the black turf pellets pop up every time he plants his foot in the ground to get north and south. He's going to press like he's going to push to the outside towards his 30-yard line mark, but he knows all the while the hole is developing in the middle and he wants to cut it upfield. So just watch what he does. So we'll let this play out. He's going to press outside. He knows he wants to get north and south and cut this up. We're going to highlight Derwin James, one of the best defenders in the NFL, because that's who Dameon Pierce is reading. He knows that he's got to get this man accounted for, and when he does, he explodes through the hole and picks up additional yards. Now watch it here from the reverse angle, and you're going to see everything that I talked about, the turf pellets, all that. Derwin James, I'm going to show you if Dameon Pierce just runs hell on wheels through this hole. You're thinking, man, there's a hole right there, but not really. This is Derwin James's responsibility, and he's going to fill that gap, and it's going to be stopped for a short gain. Pierce has to wait for his blocker to get over here and occupy Derwin James. And because Dameon Pierce presses so hard to the outside, watch what Derwin James actually does. He's off balance. He thinks Pierce is going to attack the outside edge. And what Dameon Pierce wanted to do the entire time was to get Derwin James to lean like he was running outside, and then he's going to plant that right foot in the ground, get north and south, right? There he is right there. Now Derwin James has to change his direction. He's got to be occupied by 15, the wide receiver blocking. Dameon Pierce runs through an arm tackle and picks up yards. This is a beautiful, beautiful play. One more time. He's going to press hard like he's going to cut outside, but all the while he's waiting for his blocks to set up. Here it is. Press, foot in the ground. You get the best safety or one of the best safeties in the NFL off balance, thinking. Dameon Pierce doesn't think, gets north-south, gets downfield, picks up a bunch of yards. Beautiful run, beautiful patience by Dameon Pierce. And you're going to see him do this. These 3 plays, he's doing the same thing. And watch what happens when you're disciplined, you trust your offensive line, you trust your reads, and you don't play around. Another one of those runs, right? Here he is, get ball. He's going to press like he's going to go laterally, and all the while he wants to cut this thing upfield. In this angle, it honestly looks like he just kind of teleports, right? Boom, foot in the ground. Next thing you know, there he is down there at the 37, 38-yard line. One more time. He knows where he wants to go. Takes the ball. Let's press outside. I'm going outside. Not really. My eyes are looking inside. I see the hole. I'm going to get north and south and pick up yards. Finish physical, right? Instinctive, decisive, no-nonsense runner, Dameon Pierce. One more time. We're going to highlight this linebacker. Responsibility of this fullback right here that's coming around in motion. Dameon Pierce is seeing it all, right? Press hard to the outside. I'm looking. My block has been secured. Foot in the ground, and let's go. Foot in the ground, get north and south. I'm not playing around with any kind of juke moves in the backfield. We're going to get north and south. The offensive line does a really good job. Great job by 34 picking up that linebacker right there, and Pierce reading it. His block is sealed. He's done his job. If 60 picks up that block right there, I think that's Derwin James again. I mean, he might have been off to the races one more time, but a great, no-nonsense, decisive run from Dameon Pierce. You love to see it. From a young running back to have this level of patience, put your foot in the ground and go. He's not flashy. He's not Saquon Barkley cutting it back, but he's making plays. And here's when it all pays off, right? When you continue to stay disciplined in your running lanes and trusting your offensive line and not doing too much, this happens right here, right? He's going to press, get north and south, and there he goes. That's when you see these big explosive plays, 75-yard touchdown run, get in the end zone, Dameon Pierce. This was all set up by the series of plays that he had done prior to this. One more time, you'll see it from this angle. Here we go. Pitch it to Dameon Pierce. I see what's happening. I see I've got a blocker here. I'm going to press like I'm going outside. All the while, I want to put my foot in the ground and get north and south. He does just that. Look at the cornerback. He's playing for outside contain. Dameon Pierce doesn't drift too far. He gets north and south. I mean, almost comes back inside the numbers, right? This is just boom, foot in the ground now, explode, accelerate, don't play around, and you can rip off these long runs. I'm not saying he's in line for 60, 70-yard runs every single week, but if he can continue the discipline to do the little things, right? I see what's happening. I trust my blocker. I know 34 is going to pick up this guy. What I need to do is do my job, put my damn foot in the ground, and go. Everything is set up. The blocks have set themselves up well. Now accelerate through the hole, Dameon Pierce, and take it to the house. Beautiful, beautiful run, beautiful discipline. The patience is there. Dameon Pierce, I'm not saying he's the next future star running back in the NFL, but I'll tell you this. He continues to play disciplined football like he's been doing. No nonsense, decisive, north-south runner, put your foot in the ground and go. More opportunities will be coming his way this fall, and I wouldn't be shocked if he finishes right there at the top, leading the league and rushing along with the Nick Chubbs, the Saquon Barkleys of the world. He's a very impressive young man with a lot of miles and a lot of tread left on the tire because he was so infrequently used during his time at Florida. Very impressed with this young man. Whether you're a fan of the Texans or you have him in fantasy football, you should be excited about your future outlook with Dameon Pierce on your team. I appreciate you tapping in for this film session on Houston Texans running back Dameon Pierce. If you enjoyed the content, you enjoyed the breakdown, and you want to see more, hit the thumbs up button, like, subscribe to the channel, comment below. Let me know what you see when you watch Dameon Pierce. Every time I break somebody down, we're trying to focus on the plays outside of the big highlight runs. And in this episode, I wanted to show you how that came about because it was what he did prior to that 75-yard run that made that run possible. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Hope y'all enjoy football this Sunday. I'll be back with more film breakdowns probably later this week. I'm out. Peace.